La, 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 la.
Woo! Well, hey, everybody. Oh, I left my phone over here.
La, 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 la.
Oh, man. If you think to yourself, Jared, you look like you just woke up from a nap about 6 minutes ago.
You'd be right.
Yeah. So
I was wondering because you never responded to
Wordy Spice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wordy Spice.
Wordy Spice.
Yeah. So for those of you watching us live, thanks for being here. We are going to do a live recording of Pop Culture Posi-Cast, which was going to include Jason the Weasel Skull Albrecht, a.k.a. Wordy Spice, and Delvin the Dark Web Williams, a.k.a. Tardy Spice. But I've been cooking these up all week. Yeah. So they Jason's busy actually editing work for our Christmas time stuff, our Crusade stuff. So he said he's going to focus on that today, and that's fine. And Delvin is on the road back from a trip to Auburn, Alabama, where I met him yesterday. We met in person and chatted for a bit.
For the first time?
Yeah, I never met each other.
No, I know. I remember the first time I met Delvin, too. First time.
This is a long time since Delvin and I met in Auburn, where we did meet for the first time back in 1995.
Right. A reunion.
That's right. So 30-year meeting reunion. I want to say hello to Matt, and I don't have Delvin, so I guess I'll keep these up myself today, Pat.
Let's switch this.
Okay. We got Matt and Kathy. And Matt and Kathy so far. Welcome to the live chat. You guys have already been entered for the raffle. We have a handful of watchers. So, if you're watching this, just say hello in the chat, and that automatically enters you for a raffle prize at the end of today's show.
And you can do that in YouTube and Facebook and on the X. So those watching on the X, go ahead and give us a hello. And we'll say, hi, see ya.
Hold tight.
Every hello we get, we'll do that.
I see ya.
Hold tight.
Yes. I got our graphic up. So now everybody knows what we're talking about today. If you didn't know that already, now you know. Now you know. So I'm gonna get a sip of this Milo's and we'll get started on our live recording. So yeah, once again, if you're watching, just say hello in the comments. Get entered to win. I don't know. You'd think I'd be out of raffle stuff after I sent out all the prize pack, the thank you gifts for the $5 and $10 donors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had a lot of stuff, and I still have a lot of stuff.
Oh, sorry, I was moving my microphone.
But all right,
let's see if I can move myself up here a little bit more. There we go.
We're here, by the way, not just to do a live recording of Pop Culture Posi-Cast, which we're gonna do in just a second, but to answer all, and I mean all your Spice Girls questions. Because I don't know about you, Pat, but I went ahead after I watched the movie and watched a documentary on the Spice Girls, kind of figure out how it all happened, how it all came to an end, what's the status these days, all that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm up to speed. So I have all your Spice Girl needs taken care of.
I didn't do any of that.
You didn't even watch Spice World.
Spice World. I was watching Dune, right? Isn't that about Spice?
What's that?
I was watching Dune. That's about Spice.
Yeah,
right?
the Dune about Spice. Matt Paso already asked which Spice Girl was recruited first.
Ooh.
They recruited basically. I don't know if they said who was first. If you forced me to guess, it was either. Oh, they said that one girl came in, had just a ton of energy. They knew they were going to hire. I want to say it might have been Sporty. Might have been the first. I know they said Sporty had the best vocal range out of all of them. So that's your first one. We're not even starting the episode, but
okay.
But there was originally 5, and then one of the original 5 actually kind of quit, kind of dropped out. There was kind of a mutual thing. She didn't feel like she fit well, and the developers agreed, and that's how we ended up with Ginger. But anyway, let's get the show.
Yeah, don't give it. Yeah, that's very interesting. I like I like my boy bands.
Mm-hmm. This is very much in league with that.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right, let's get started on the live recording.
I got to tell you how O-Town came together. And
O-Town.
Yeah, O-Town.
Don't get Kathy started.
Because I want it all.
Yeah, if my voice is a little I'm cutting you off, Pat. If my voice is a little raspy, it's because I was at the football game last night in Auburn with Delvin. Okay. It was very loud.
Oh, you guys went to the game actually, huh?
Yeah, I didn't go there intending to do that. I went there to sign books with Van Allen Plexico because I did the illustrations in his Auburn football books. And then while we were there, a person who's a fan of our podcasts and stuff on X messaged us and gave us free tickets. So
there you go.
I'll welcome Doc Strange to the chat. He said too much Auburn football, which I was about to say there's no such thing, but then I got sad because we had a bizarrely rough evening, which he commented on in the chat. They were robbed. I won't go into it, but he is correct.
Okay.
All right. It was a rough night, man. But we had a good time. Captivating Kathy Wright, the MVP. I saw her there.
Was there too? Cool. Yep.
So
did you guys see Auburn Elvis? Is he still there? Did he get out?
I thought I would. I thought I would see him there. I did not. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'm sure we'll find out. But Pat, I am going to go on mute because you have the first line as we go into our Pop Culture Posi-Cast.
All right. If you want me to get started, I can. Here we go. I see ya. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, all right. Okay, here's we go. Hello and welcome to Pop Culture Posi-Cast. This is the show where we find all the good stuff in items of pop culture. Movies, music, comics, TV shows, you name it, and we're going to find the fun stuff in it. I'm Peppy Pat. Woohoo!
Peppy Spice.
Peppy Spice. I'm Peppy Spice today. And joining me, as always, is my co-host. I don't think I got a spicy name for you.
I mean, I'm usually Jazzy Spice. Jarrod, so I can make you Jazzy Spice if you want.
Jazzy Spice, yeah, Jazzy Spice. My co-host is Jazzy Spice Jarrod.
I feel more like Sleepy Spice. I was so tired from yesterday. But hello, Pat. I will be peppy because this is
hello. I see ya.
Hold tight.
Hey.
Anyways, Pat, I am happy to be here. Before we tackle today's topic, I'll do a quick reminder to our audience of what the mission is with this podcast. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to tackle a maybe controversial, generally disliked item of pop culture. You know what? Sometimes just forgotten bit of pop culture. Because like last episode, I think we did the Visionaries. Wasn't really disliked, just kind of forgotten about.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
That was fun. I like it when we step out and do like toy property. Like the GoBots episode was another one of my favorites. But we're back to movies on this one. We're also going to give you our honest feelings on today's topic. We're going to, most importantly, shine a light on the positive aspects. That's what this podcast is all about. Shining the light on the positive aspects of stuff that maybe gets kind of poo-pooed. Here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to try to convince you to like something you don't like. If you don't like today's topic, that's okay. That's fine. We're not going to encourage fandom battles either. You don't have to come into the conversation to say, hey, if you like this, you're an idiot, whatever, not necessary. Not going to do that. And we're not going to tell anybody you're wrong, whether you love this movie or you just absolutely hate it. It's like tomatoes, man. Some people love them. I do not. It's all a matter of taste, baby.
Yeah. You know what, Jarrod? I like tomatoes, but I like them with a little spice on it. A little salt and pepper.
He likes to spice it up.
Yeah.
I like it. A lot of spice references on today's episode. All right, back to you, Pat.
All right, Jarrod. But before I get started, I just want to say this. When the speeding melon hits the wall, it's Christmas for the crows. Just think about
that. It was a quote from Roger Moore in the movie, wasn't it?
Just think about that.
I've already been told in the chat, by the way, for those listening to the podcast version of this, we do have a live chat. We're doing a live recording. So Kathy in the chat said, you're wrong, Jarrod.
No.
She was testing the waters. That's provocative spice right there.
Provocative.
Oh, all right. Back to movie quote spice, which is Pat. What's going on?
All right, let's get started here. Well, that's right. Like I said in the opener, we're 100% about finding the good in everything. And as an added bonus, every episode we will end with a segment called Positively Practical. That's where Jazzy Spice, that's Jarrod, has been in the communication and leadership training business for over 20 years. So he's going to give you some practical advice that you can incorporate into your everyday and at the end of every episode. That's right. We're going to enhance your life skills while we talk about fun pop culture stuff. So, you know what? Let's get started.
Let's get started indeed. Because I'm going to tell you what we want. What we really, really want.
No, tell me what I want. What I
really want to talk about this topic on Pop Culture Posi-Cast. On this episode, we're going to talk about the 1997 film Spice World, which I imagine is going to be hard for us to play the trailer because pretty much the whole trailer is going to be a copyrighted thing. You're putting it like 8 seconds clips of. You know what? We'll put something.
Try it. Yeah. It might just be us singing the songs like this. La 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 la.
One day, Pat, we'll hit the big time. We'll hit the big time. Mm-hmm. All right, back to you, sir.
Oh, wow, it's already my turn. All right. Well, before we get started, just want to say this: the drummer who is without sticks has no backbeat.
Still quoting Roger Moore the movie, aren't you?
Things to remember here. Not only is Jarrod being positive, but I'm also going to give you some positively practical quotes that you can use wherever you want.
From Sir Roger Moore.
From the Sir Roger Moore, yes. Oh, all right. Well, the first step in every Posi-Cast is giving you our honest thoughts. We will always start by being upfront with you on how we feel about our topic. It's important to remember that even if we aren't super keen on something, that doesn't mean that we can't find the good in it. So let's get going with our segment called Honest Talk. How do you feel about the Spice World movie overall, Jarrod?
Well, I think you got to dial that question back to how do you feel about the Spice Girls? Because that's the root of the question. And I'm going to this is honest talk, so I'm going to be 100% honest. Even back in their peak, which was about this time, 97, was about
probably
the peak of the Spice
96,
Girls. Yeah, 96 was their boom. 97 was kind of the movie comes out and all that.
Comes out.
And then it deteriorates from there. But this was peak. So even then, I was college age. I unashamedly liked the Spice Girls. I liked the songs. I like.
You don't have to be ashamed.
I don't have to be ashamed. I am Bold Spice right now.
Bold Spice.
Yeah, even in college, I mean, I know it's the easy way out. Like when I posted about this on social media that we were going to do this today, it might have been our buddy Doc Strange in the chat who said, I can't remember, but somebody said, to find this easy to find the positiveness. You know what I mean? Like wink, wink. I'm like, yes, they're very beautiful women, right? But beyond that, I really liked the songs. Wannabe was their first kind of breakout hit. I actually liked the song Too Much, which was in this film, even better. I liked the what was it? There's the other big hit right after Wannabe, which will come to me in a minute.
Yeah.
I can see the video in my head. I'm Giving You Everything.
Oh,
that was it. I liked that one. And I certainly liked the one we've been singing, the Spice Up Your Life. Like those were all peppy and catchy. And you alluded to it earlier, Pat. Like this absolutely by design was supposed to like fill the void of there was tons of boy bands and like no girl bands. And so like this was supposed to be that Supergirl pop group. So in my honest talk, I just want to say I've always liked their music. I saw the movie come out. I mean, I knew it wasn't targeting me. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, Spice Girls kind of guy. I was definitely too cool to go see this at the theater. Like I worked at the theater. I could have gone and seen it for free, but I was like, I'm good.
If my girlfriend wanted to go see it, I'd
there
go
you
with
go.
her.
I'd go with that kind of a deal.
Yeah, nice.
I did see
jug of
this
popcorn.
movie though. Originally, it came out on DVD, and I probably got it.
These nuts.
Exactly. Probably around 2000, 2001, 2002, somewhere in there on DVD. And so I saw it then. And so to summarize, I'm going long here, but I'm going to say the honest talk. I like the Spice Girls. I actually really like the Spice Girls. I like the music a lot. And as far as the movie goes, it's silly. I like it. I'm just honest talk. I like the movie. It's not a movie that I'd go back to like a ton to watch, but like watching it again after 20 something years since I watched it on DVD the first time for this show, I enjoyed myself. I mean, it was sort of a background movie while I was doing some work, and it's perfect for that. It's perfect for something on in the background. You're kind of watching it and doing something at the same time. So I like the movie. I really, really like the music. What about you, Pat?
Like you, I enjoyed the music of the Spice Girls. I think Matt kind of sums it up in the chat. He says their music is super catchy, and it is. I mean, I was just looking at the lyrics for Spice, or it's not Spice World, but it's Spice Up Your Life is the actual name of the song that they sing at the end here. And there's really not a lot to it. It's like a couple words. And then they just rinse and repeat. But whoever they found to produce them and put the stuff together, it's the catchy lyrics to the really catchy beats that are being put down here. And it's good. It makes you jump and makes you excited. And all the girls, they bring like energy to them. There's not like a mopey girl or whatever,
Yeah,
they're all
emo Spice.
Yeah, they're all fun, and they all have their different characters, and they play it well. That I'm actually wondering was that just their, here's the character you are for this band, and
kind of.
this is who you are, or is it some of them but enhancing it more of their personalities out of it? I'd like to know a little bit more. I didn't know much about him. I've never seen this movie before until being asked to watch it for this show, and I found it very interesting. It's really just kind of a big music video.
Yeah,
throughout it all, with some side content all the way, and then maybe we'll get to it towards the end. I was like, what am I watching this? And this is really wacky, but I couldn't put it down. But it's wacky. And I was like, where are they going with all this? And then at the end, it hits you and you realize what was kind of happening. It was like a concept within a concept. It was the way I caught it, right?
Right.
And it was cool. And then a lot of people, hey, I know that guy. I know that person. So
a lot of cameos.
Yeah, fun. Would I watch it again? Maybe in a little while, down the road. I might, like you said, put it on just to have some fun and catch up on the Spice Girls.
Yeah. To answer your question that I learned from the documentary that I watched, kind of, yeah, they wanted each girl to have a unique personality.
Okay.
And ironically, by the way, and so they did kind of take a look at what they had and sort of pulled out. So each one, you'd have that unique version of Spice. Ironically, I found out, by the way, they all originally, when they were the Spice Girls, like when they founded, they were just going by like, it's like Melanie B and Melanie C. And basically they're sort of their nickname. They didn't get like some person in the media
gave them,
and like an article gave them these Spice nicknames, which is how like we, at least I, all know them now.
Well, that's kind of cool. I mean, maybe the personas that they were.
Yeah.
You got to have different characters, or at least you got to have different personas or things like that. I think that way you can make it relatable for different people.
Yeah, it's kind of classic boy band marketing too, except sure. I think they did it even a little stronger, because if you ask me to go back and look at any boy band, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC or anything like that. And they had a bunch of them in England too.
New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, like they
Even
all
the
kind of had a personality, but I think it's bolder here in the Spice Girls. Yeah. Each one usually kind of had like a bad boy, and like a chubby one. But anyways, we'll get into it. But before we do that, we have to do the hard part, Pat.
Okay.
Because now that everybody knows how we feel about it, it's time to find out what the internet has to say in our segment called The Pit of Despair. During The Pit of Despair, I get the unenviable task of finding the more common negative opinions on today's topic found on social media so that Peppy Spice and I might address them. So put on your helmet, DJ Spice. We're diving into the internets.
Sounds good, Jared. But before we do, let me just say this about if we're going to do this, get into the low part of this. Without sacrifice, there is no success. Without pain, there is no pleasure. And without something, there is no nothing.
Correct. You got these all written down. Speaking of written down, for those of you watching live, I will be reading the comments. We'll discuss them when you listen to it in the podcast version. Delve in the Dark Web Williams will read our Pit of Despair comments. He sends those in. We put them in post-production in case you ever wondered. In case you ever wondered if while recording, if Delve just sits there and does nothing, and then he reads his 3 lines and then just sits there and does nothing. That's not how it works.
No. Oh. We wait until like 11 o'clock at night. East Coast time, then we have him say.
Then we have him come. So he's extra grumpy. He just wants to go to bed. All right, here we go. Let's do the first one. Oh, what has the world come to? I'm worried for the sanity of everyone who has watched this, and even more worried for those who haven't seen it and are going to. For the sake of mankind, don't do it. This is quite simply a terrible movie. It's not funny in the slightest. After approximately 20 seconds, the girls become unbearable and make me want to break something. All right, Pat. Let's talk about that comment. There's some place I kind of want to break it down. Okay. They said this is quite simply a terrible movie. Let's start there. No, it's not. All right.
No, it's not terrible. I mean, okay. I will tell you this. For me, I have seen a terrible movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 2 witnesses that were with me at the time.
Mm-hmm. What did we watch, Pat?
Rollerblade.
Rollerblade 7, I think.
Rollerblade 7. That was a terrible movie, and it had music in it, but it was like a.
This is not an exaggeration, Pat. If you gave me the option of watching Rollerblade 7 again or watching Spice World a dozen times,
I'm down it. Hands down.
We're spinning Spice
World. Hands down. I'd be watching it and I'd rewatch it, and then I'd have a dance party. Then I'd have like a dance and sing along.
Yeah, you make a good point, Pat. I would say 99 times out of 100 when I see someone on social media, regardless of what the movie is, and they're like, "This is one of the worst movies ever made," I'm like, "You don't know. You haven't dived into the bad cinema realm like I have.
You haven't seen what I've seen.
Yeah, you don't know.
And if you have, then I'll let me know. I want to know.
Yeah,
what's worse than that, and I'll watch it. I'll see if I can go in and go, like Seinfeld. I'm out.
I'm at Rollerblade 7. And Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny are the worst movies I've ever seen.
I haven't seen Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny, so
if they have a Riff Tracks version of it, I recommend doing it that way. Otherwise, it might kill you. Okay. Although my partner at Best Under 5, Black Belt Chris, he's watched Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny without Riff Tracks, and I'm just like, all right. Salute, sir. That's like what it's got to be as bad as watching Rollerblade 7. So anyway, the one thing I want to say about this comment too about like the terrible movie thing is, if what he's saying is it's it doesn't have a strong narrative story arc and all that stuff, no, then he's right. Like it is a patchwork of silly moments, musics, videos,
girls, maybe
bits and bits. But you know what, Pat? It reminded me of on Action Film Face Off. You were the guest on the last episode that came out as of the time of this recording. And we had Cotton Comes to Harlem.
Yes.
And it has some humor in it. But remember we said sometimes the bits went on too long?
Mm-hmm.
This movie doesn't have like bits are brief. So even if the bit doesn't work for you, and I admit some are hit and miss, they don't overstay their welcome.
No.
They don't. So,
and there's some fun stuff in it too. I mean, I enjoyed doing these. Roger Moore. I actually stopped.
We'll get to it, Pat. We got
okay.
we talk about things we like.
Yeah.
So, my final thought on this comment before we move on, because I wanted to squeeze this in anywhere. If you're the kind of person that really liked this type of movie, I feel like got popular in the 60s, mostly around the Beatles. The Beatles did movies like this, where it's sort of patchworked ideas with music built in, and you go and you watch it and you kind of experience the Beatles. You're going to experience the Spice Girls. It's the same thing.
It's like I said, it's watching music videos put together, montages of music videos put together with some commentary and stuff in between to get you from one place video to the next video.
It's really to give you the Spice Girls experience. Like, this movie is designed because they're at the height of their popularity for, let's be honest, a lot of young women, because that was who was the whole concept was targeted. I mean, like I said, I liked the music. I wasn't going to run off to see the movie because I'm not going to do that.
It's a great concept. Yeah, definitely.
But like if you want to go spend an hour and a half in sort of the Spice Girls universe, this is great for that. Kathy in the chat just says it sounds like that commenter that we've been talking about here is a grumpy about everything, and yeah, it does sound.
Could possibly be. Yeah.
Yes. So maybe I did write that comment. I don't.
It was a dark time for you at that time.
Might have been. No, I never would have betrayed the Spice Girls. I genuinely liked the music. So anyway, you know what? I guess a good way I could have put that was I liked the music, not so much that I didn't buy the CD. I think they put out two major ones, the first one and then Spice World. But I enjoyed the music when it came on the radio for certain.
I've got a few just back in the day too, when DJing this was hot, and man, every hour on the hour, people would come into when I was DJing and, can you play Spike Dance?
Sure.
Well, I said, well, first you got to tell me what you want.
What you
really
want.
What you really want.
All right. Yeah. Understood. All right, let's get to the second comment of the three. And it reads, my only comment is that this movie is the only film that I've ever walked out on. It is without a doubt the most waste of time movie I have ever seen. I have a question, Pat.
Yes.
What did this person think they were going to get when they bought that movie ticket? Like, what did they think was going to happen?
Do you think you were getting into it? And, I think at this time, I don't know if, well, maybe there was. Yeah, there probably was a movie where you could go like rattle and hum. You could go to the movie theaters and see YouTube, or not YouTube, U2,
right?
U2, but it was concert, somewhat concert kind of,
right?
Some back, stuff like that. So did they think they were this was what it was going to be like? A lot of concert
film, maybe
concert film, and I've been to a few of those. I ain't gonna lie, I've seen Hannah Montana, then I've seen the Joe Bro one. So
you saw some kind of an FBI watch list. No,
I had kids. I had a daughter who liked.
Was it just you going to see it? All right.
No, but I was dancing.
Matt Passo in the chat says, wasn't Spice World a modern retelling of War and Peace, or was it Tale of Two Cities? No, like that commenter, like I got up and left, it was a waste of time. Like, what
why
did you think? Like, I don't get it. Like,
I could have waited to rent it.
Yeah. I would imagine going into it like, I guess I just would have thought it was exactly what we got. Like, we're going to get some of their songs. They're going to find some way to work their songs into some kind of a zany adventure. Yeah. And that's what it is.
Yeah. It's exactly like a Monkeys, 30-minute TV show. Something happens. Next thing you know, they're singing.
Yeah. Oh, Kathy makes a good point in the chat. She said, why did they even try to watch it? They definitely went in expecting not to enjoy it. I don't understand watching movies. I agree.
Maybe they just had money they wanted to give away to the movie theater. I don't know.
I agree with that concept wholeheartedly. There's a lot of people out there, unfortunately, on social medias that they go to watch things with the intent of being angry at it. And most of the movie reviewers that I really respect and let influence what I'm going to see and what I'm not going to see, one of my favorite things about them, one of them in specifically always says, I never go to a movie hoping to not like it.
Yeah.
And I love that attitude. Like, I'm not going to go in there just to get my clicks and my rage bait. If I don't like it, I'll let you know. But like, I don't go in there and go, oh boy, I hope this is bad. You know, who would do that aside from this commenter? Apparently,
that brings me to this good comment right here, this good thought right here, and it is: the headless chicken can only know where he's been. He can't see where he's going.
I remember that one. Let's move on to the third and final pit of despair comment. Bad script, worse songs, and terrible acting aside, this film sucks on one major factor: the ridiculous "we're all pals" image thrown in our faces by all of the girls. This movie is even worse in hindsight because we know it's more because now it's more obvious than then that all of this was fake. The girls were a manufactured band, and some of them actually hated each other.
Ooh, spicy.
Pat, I'm gonna get us in trouble going online and say a female wrote that. That's right, I said it. I suspect it just has that person who got angry because the Spice Girls weren't what they thought they were gonna be. Like, okay,
was the script bad?
You're taking it from the top. Yeah, bad script. Not for what it is, not for a patchwork of silliness.
Once you've seen it from start to finish.
Yeah, it does have a, like, once you see the end, like how they wrap it up, it is kind of clever.
Yeah.
Worse songs? No, the songs are good.
Songs are good.
Terrible acting. They're not actors.
Yeah. They're singers. They sing really good.
Yeah. And so here's my biggest problem with other than what we've already covered. This person was really like, I'm mad because they tried to show that they were just all girls having fun. Like, what did you want them to show? Did you want it to be a miserable experience, or did you want to see the girls having fun? So yeah, I think that's what people want to see. And oh, by the way, just because Jarrod did the documentary work, I don't know that the statement some of them actually hated each other. Not true. As far as what I saw it was one of those kind of,
I'm not steep in that lore.
It was kind of a sort of a tell-all documentary too, but they in the early days they all got along really well. Like, they got along so well because they were put together in '94 originally, and they got along so well, which is amazing. You know, you put 5 people and you sort of find them into that life.
You're slowly going to, building them up, and concert after concert.
It's tough. It's a tough
butt heads.
You would think friction. And from what I learned, and sort of, again, it was not the most flattering documentary, but that they actually got along so well that at one point they fired their management and decided to split managing duties between each other. Like, they trusted each other enough that they managed themselves, much like the LONGBOX CRUSADE.
Yeah.
They split up duties, and to this day, they just did a reunion concert in 2019.
Oh, cool.
Only missing Posh Spice. She ended up marrying David Beckham, the soccer player, and she's kind of like, she's like,
I got money.
Like, well, more like, I'm kind of like a family woman now. Like, it's it didn't excite her to relive those days. But from all accounts, pretty good. Everybody's fine. That, of course, they went through moments. Everyone's going to go through moments where they get frustrated. But yeah, this just, I think this is someone that took the quote sounds like someone who took the news of the breakup especially hard, like when the Spice Girls broke up.
Yeah,
I think that's what we have going on.
Yeah. Well, and they talk about we're all pals. What do you expect? And this was, it even says it right on the movie poster that we're looking. That it's about girl power. It's about them, empowering girls, women. Just, hey, look at what we got. You dream it, you can be it, and here we are. you look at how popular they got to get to that point, to where even like with Posh, you know, maybe she doesn't, you know, why do I need to do it? I'm good, you know.
Yeah,
I got a good life now.
And he's got a family, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of them ended up with families, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe all of them. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that comment really read like someone.
Well, the other thing too is like they were a manufactured band. Why wouldn't you think
which
that?
one isn't, by the way?
Yeah.
I mean, even going back to, there's a certain amount of manufacturing to almost any band. I mean, there are certainly some that were a garage group of friends that made it to the big time. Sure.
Yeah.
But
like the LBC, you know.
Yeah, like the LBC
friends. Yeah. We made it.
We just seem like we were put together perfectly.
Exactly.
Just
hard sweat and tears. I mean, look at Jason's not even here because he's working hard editing.
That's right. Wordy spice. All right, Pat, get us out of here.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. Okay. Well, we did it. We survived another dive into the internet. That calls for some celebration. Woohoo! Woo! And we do that on this show in our most important segment called Give Me the Good Stuff. During Give Me the Good Stuff, Jarrod and I will each reveal our list of 3 things that we liked about today's feature. So, you know what? Let's get cracking. Jarrod,
woo!
You want to go 1-to-1?
Sure. And you know what I'm going to say first. You already know. You already know my favorite thing about this movie.
Your favorite thing about this movie?
I mean, yeah, you've been quoting him through the whole thing.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I thought it was the girls, but anyway.
Well, I'm trying to keep it clean, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
It's got Roger Moore in it, and an excellent use of Roger Moore. Like, he plays like the power broker behind the band, like the benevolent, the benevolent power broker behind the Spice Girls. And they give him all these just nonsensical lines that Pat's been reading, and they do this funny thing. They do a little Bond influence. In fact, one of the first things he said, I don't know if you noticed this, Pat, is their day-to-day manager says, "You want me to stir things up?" Yeah, and he's sitting there shaking a martini. No, and he goes, "No, we don't stir things up around here."
Well, let's go back to I'll let you continue, but I want to jump in here. Bond influencing. Yeah, this is London, England, that. Even in the beginning, it had that Bond opening, that kind of musical theme where they had some psychedelically kind of things like that. I thought it was kind of Bondy. Did you?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's certainly an influence. It's a very British oriented film. And yeah, definitely. And the only thing I was going to add about the Roger Moore scenes, it's funny dialogue, genuinely funny, because he's being absolutely goofy, but he's doing a Leslie Nielsen. He's taking it seriously. He's acting it seriously, even though it's absolute goofball lines. And then they sort of do a spin on the funny Bond thing with Blofeld petting the cat. And I think he starts out with a cat, and then it goes through a menagerie of different animals with a pig, like a piglet. He's petting the piglet, and like, it's pretty funny. So that's my high.
And he's in different gear, or he's in different outfits too.
Yeah, you can tell. The funny thing is, you can tell that he was probably on set for like a day.
Yeah, probably.
And they just had him change outfits and animals and weird lines, and shot all of his stuff in a day, maybe 2. But they got all the mileage out of it.
Yes.
So Roger Moore is definitely the high of my Give Me the Good Stuff.
I would definitely agree with you on that. So you took one of my highs. I will add an extra thing for this as another high, is all of the special guest appearances. And there's probably people that are in there that I didn't even know. But what I found really exciting was, in this, there was a guy in here that I just started watching maybe about a year ago, and like, oh, this guy's kind of cool and he's funny, and it's good to see, is the guy doing the documentary, Alan Cummings. Oh man, I love him on the TV show or the streaming show of Traders. If you ever watch that, there's like 3 seasons now, and he is the host of Traders. And oh man, he's just so out there. He's just so, you know, vivacious and all that. And when I saw them, I'm like, oh man, it's Alan. And I was so happy to see him actually in a movie like this. So it was a fun thing to see. And then you had Meatloaf.
I didn't have Meatloaf while I watched it.
I did.
Oh, you mean the singer?
The singer, yeah. He's a bus driver.
And he was very funny as well.
And the line, you know, they had him. What do they want him to do? Like clear out the bathrooms and something on the bus or something. Yeah. He's like,
I won't do that.
I love the girls, but I just can't do that.
By the way, as Kathy mentioned in the chat, you know, he's the Alan Cumming is Nightcrawler and the X-Men.
Oh, okay.
And where else have you seen
him?
That? Where else have you seen him?
James
Bond related.
Now you got me now.
I'm invincible.
He's
worked on the guidance system. I spiked him. That's him.
Really? That's him. Wow. See, I didn't even know that.
I want to say, like, he might have certainly been in some stuff over there before that, but like, I think GoldenEye was like his breakout role.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you have 2 Bond connections and probably a lot more.
There's probably are more.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was good. I kind of wish there was a little more of him.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more out of him, but the role he was playing, it kind of made sense, and it's some comical moment on the boat. And I like it when he tries to get in. I liked it when he tried to get into the club.
Yes,
and he didn't have a pass, and he's like, "Well, where's the Spice Girls?" And finally, the other girl gives him a pass, and is like, "Well, for 3,
3 become 1."
See, there's fun parts in this. How can you?
Yeah, I can think of a lot of fun parts for this, and I guess I'll roll that into my next high. Genuinely funny moments. I mean, did all the jokes land? No, some were a little corny, contrived, cheesy, whatever. But I'm gonna go to a scene that I thought was great. Was the kid who had been knocked unconscious at the hospital, and it had 2 things in it that were hilarious because they were like, you know, he's kind of in this coma. And they were the parents were asking the Spice Girls, could you just talk to him? He loves the Spice Girls. And so it's like 3 of the Spice Girls go over there and they're like, hey buddy, how you doing? You know, and you're going to be okay. And one of them, I think it was Sporty. It doesn't even matter for the joke, was just like, I hope you'll be okay. She's shouting at him as if he's going to wake up. Right. She shouted really loud, which I thought was funny. And then one of the girls joked like, hey, you know, I'll show you my boobs. Right. And the dad was like, yeah, that's a good idea. The look on the dad's face was just like, I'll show you my boobs if you wake up. The dad was like, yeah, go on. And I think the kid actually did wake up.
Yeah, his eyes opened up like,
that. But the look the dad gave was what killed me. I was like, oh, that's hilarious. I think the mom caught him looking too. I think the mom's caught him looking. So just one example of just a bunch of scenes that were very funny. The other one that I'll add that I thought was great was when they were talking about, okay, you know, they're escaping on the bus and the bridge is going up and they're going to ramp the bus. And the producer guy's like, man, that sounds expensive. And they do it like in the cheapest way possible, like with a model bus. Just so that, like, he's like, man, that sounds, the movie producer was like, that sounds expensive. So they did it the cheapest possible way. And it was hilarious.
And that's another, you know, going back to the other thing of the guest. Yeah, George Wendt in this one.
Yep. George Wendt. Who else did we see, man? Let's just rattle some off. Elvis Costello, Elton John, Bob Hoskins. He was great. Remember when he came out of the phone booth? Like the Spice Girls, woman and Bob Hoskins came out.
Because she's getting into disguise. And
well,
like I said, there's a lot of people that maybe I didn't know. So
I'm trying to, I think we named a bunch of them, but yeah, there's a bunch. There's a guy. Oh, there was a guy who just played the photographer, Dominic West, I think is his name. And he's ended up being in a bunch of stuff too.
Oh, the guy.
And I don't know if he was necessarily a cameo or like before he was a star, because he was, but yeah.
Oh, the photographer who was the bad guy.
Not the bad guy photographer, but like there was a scene where they were just having like a photo shoot. The girls were having a fun photo shoot.
Oh, okay. Oh,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's Dominic West. You know, like I most recently remember him in the latest Tomb Raider movie. He played Lara Croft's dad.
Oh, okay.
On the island. But I was like, that guy's been in a few movies. But it felt less like a cameo, maybe just more like an early appearance of him. But,
okay.
Yeah, I particularly did enjoy, by the way, Pat, since you brought up the cameos, the Elvis Costello one where he was the bartender, and they were like, "Hey, aren't like it was supposed to be sort of like, hey, aren't you?" But they'd be like, "Hey, do you have whatever?" It'd be this pause moment, like they're gonna say who he is, but they never do say who he is. He just gets the drinks. It was pretty funny.
See, I didn't even notice that. That was
pretty well done.
Yeah.
Pretty well done. But yeah, I mean the Elton John is blatant.
Yeah, they call it. Yeah, and that was quick.
He's playing Elton John.
Yeah.
You know, but anyways, yeah.
I'll go. You know, another thing I enjoyed. We said it before too. I enjoyed the music.
Yes.
You know,
I liked the music before we even got into this thing.
Yeah, but it was a good thing. And then again, to me, it was just a way to go from one music video to the next music video. And that was fine. I thought they did it well because basically they were kind of doing it as they kind of were kind of filming like videos or music stuff like that.
They brought in those Italian dancers.
We compromised.
We compromised, and you're like, "What's the compromise?" And then you find out what the compromise is. You're like, "Oh my god!"
All right.
By the way, I noticed in the credits too that like that's a real legit Italian dance troupe thing.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe like they're Chippendales or something. But it was like they had her full named credit. Like these were those guys, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, beefy hunk guys.
The beefy hunk guys.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, you're right. The music video's fun. A lot of the bits landed. Not all the bits landed. You know,
not all of them.
It's a background movie. It's silly. It's like I said earlier. I'll just kind of end my round just by saying, like, if you are being inconsistent, if you enjoy like the Beatles movies that were this exact same formula, and you loved them and you don't like Spice World, it's like, okay, that means you just don't like the Spice World. You know what? That's the ultimate takeaway, Pat.
Yeah.
I'm probably beating myself to our roundup discussion, but like the ultimate takeaway is like, do you like the Spice Girls? If so, you'll probably like the movie because it's just silly fun with the music that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Definitely. The other thing, I'm gonna go and maybe it is part of the roundup as well too, but if you watch it all and then you finally realize at the end, I mentioned this before, is that what you watched in the beginning, because it just seemed kind of awkwardy and weird, you finally realize it's the movie that at the end the writer guy or the idea guy was trying to come up with at the end. And he goes through all this and then it finally catches up with itself, right? And then you see what happens. And I like that because then it made more sense to me going like, wow, this is really crazy. Who thought about this? And
yeah.
Like,
yeah. You kind of get that feeling that you've been watching because writer guy's pitching a million different ideas.
Yeah.
Right? And you kind of get the idea that, oh, we've just watched all these ideas that he's been pitching the entire time. Yeah, it was good. I know by this cameo, I also got to mention because this one caught me by surprise until I saw it in the credits. When she has I think it was Baby Spice. Yeah, it was Baby Spice. She has sort of the non sequitur dreamlike fantasy where she's in a Poirot mystery.
Oh yeah, and the mystery.
The guy who's playing the Poirot character, that's Hugh Laurie from the TV show House.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw it. Oh yeah, that is.
Stephen Fry, by the way, is another guy. He played a judge in this. So I could probably name a couple more, but yeah. It definitely felt like they probably talked to a lot of their British actor friends. Hey, will you do a cameo in the movie? And got several
different people that kind of
definitely. So yeah, that will be my wrap up. By the way, whether or not you like this movie is going to be wholly dependent on whether or not you like the Spice Girls, and I'm certain there's a percentage of people out there be like, I like the Spice Girls music, I did not enjoy the movie, and I get it. That just means sort of that wacky kind of non sequitur jump around format of filmmaking isn't for you, and I understand that.
I think as a wrap up, the best way to watch this is with friends, and you're having a get together, maybe some cocktails, sit and watch this and have some fun with people. Because you're all, by the end, you're all going to be singing it.
That's right. Have fun with it, because it is just that. It's just a ball of wacky random fun with some Spice Girls music in it.
And I think that's the best way to go. But remember this as well. When the rabbit of chaos is pursued by the ferret of disaster through the fields of anarchy, it is time to hang your pants on the hook of darkness, whether they're clean or not. With that, let's get into the segment I promised earlier, the one that can help you and me in our day-to-day life. It's Jazzy Spice. Positively practical.
All right, Pat. Yes, positively practical things you can use in your everyday life. You're basically getting tips and tricks from my leadership classes of days gone by. I busted one out on social media a little earlier this week. Someone asked the question, the prompt question, the engagement question of, to speak some kind of harsh reality. And I didn't want mine to be that harsh because I'm not that kind of guy. But I did say, grown-ups who use the phrase with all the boldness in the world of, you have to give respect to get it. Whenever you meet a grown-up that just is fervently saying, you got to give respect to get it, there's a 98% chance that is one of the most disrespectful people you're ever going to meet. So let me explain on that. We all learned that phrase kind of in high school, and it rings true because it is true, right? You have to give respect to get. It's a true phrase. But the more emotionally immature people out there will sort of latch onto that and use that as an excuse to be a jerk. Okay? Because, someone's going to be, you're going to go through life. Somebody's going to be a jerk to you, right? And you got to give respect to get it, right? Mm-hmm. So this is where I'm going with this. This is Jared's leadership tip of the day. So especially if you're in a leadership position, always give respect. Okay. Don't play I got to wait for that person to respect me before I respect them. Because if everyone played that game, who would get respected? Right? No one. Always give respect. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, sometimes it's just some people that just don't deserve it. And you're right. There are people who don't deserve it. But you know what you do? You still treat them with respect. Even if they're not giving it back to you. They're being absolute. I want you to think about the TV show Cops or whatever. Or anything like if you've ever seen a truly professional police officer when they're arresting someone who's just out of control, but they always remain professional. That's what I'm talking about. Always remaining professional, because it is the high ground. It is always the high ground. So, like I said, especially if you're in a leadership position, but this will work in every facet of your life, even when someone's just being an absolute jerk.
Kindness.
Exactly. And I'm not perfect, Pat. I'm just a guy. We've all had our buttons pushed enough to where we lash out at other people. But when you do that, I think if you're honest with yourself, if you look back on it, your past, you go, it wasn't my finest hour. I could have handled that better. That's really what it boils down to. I could have taken the higher road, and I probably should have. And Matt Passo in the chat has jumped in, and he said, for me, it's all about giving respect until someone proves otherwise. They don't deserve my respect. I just move away and not engage. And yet, absolutely. If you have that option, certainly. That's a great point, Pat. Instead of sitting, or Pat, you didn't say that, Matt.
We're two cool guys, Matt.
That is a great point, Serpentor Spice. if you have the option to just leave it, then yeah, just leave it. Otherwise, high road it every chance you get. Here's the summary, Pat. I'm glad it just came to me. You will never regret taking the high road.
Yes.
Maybe in the moment it won't feel great.
No.
But in retrospect, you will never regret taking the high road. So step one, if you meet someone, an adult, I mean, if it's a high school person just sort of learning the world, then you can let it slide, of course, a young person. But if you meet an adult who's sort of loudly banging the drum of, you got to give respect to get it, chances are that's a pretty disrespectful person, and your red flag alarm should go up. All right. No adult with good emotional intelligence is going to go to that well. So, and if you catch yourself doing it, because we're all human, take that deep breath and go, okay, I probably am overreacting. Take that high road. So yeah. And if nothing else, Pat, if someone is intentionally trying to push your buttons, the greatest way to push their buttons back is to not let their button pushes be accurate. To not let them affect you.
Yep. Yeah.
So exactly. It's, much like everything else I talk about, positively practical, easy to say, hard to do, only comes with practice. But hopefully on this episode, positively practical will help you out. Maybe the next time you find yourself in that situation of someone being disrespectful, you can take that high road, maybe at least long enough to disengage, just like Matt said. And when you look back on it 24, 48 hours a week later, you'll be happy you did.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing has been about you, Pat. I feel you're very disrespectful.
You know what? I was actually going to say,
you suck.
It's hard, Jarrod, because I'm like, why doesn't Jarrod respect me?
Well,
he wants me to respect him, but then he doesn't respect me.
That's a whole other ball of wax. That's completely unrelated.
You made more sense now, but I get it. We kid.
We are joke makers. And you know what? With that, it's time to give out some positivity and show some love to our Crusaders Club members.
Yay!
These are the folks that we respect, no matter how disrespectful they are, because they've joined the Crusaders Club. They enjoy early access to special long box episodes. They get free raffle giveaways. Someone on this list is going to get a free prize today just for being a Crusaders Club member, right? Because this is one of our Sunday shows, and we like to give stuff away on Sunday shows. They also get to vote on show programming. They get priority seating to be on shows.
So much more.
One of them probably suggested Spice. I always forget to write down who suggested the dang. If you suggested the topic, we need to hear from you, and I'm going to tell you how to reach out to us in a minute. But anyway, let's thank the Crusaders Club members. These are the folks reaping those benefits and giving so much appreciated support to the show.
Alan W. Wright, the right spice.
I should have known. And Helica Wolf Spice.
Ow! Sprinkle. Auburn Elvis Hayes Spice.
Bill Beer, Bat Spice.
Billy D, Delicious Spice.
Bradley Dello, Doug Spice.
All right. Braxton Underwood, Woody Spice.
Didn't know that's where it was going. Carrie puts up with Jason's crap spice.
Clinton Robinson, Basement Spice.
Captain Entropy, Secret Spice.
Clark Westfield, West Spice.
Dave Collins. You probably thought I was going to say Battle Wagon Spice.
I did.
Okay, Battle Wagon Spice.
Come down on him, Spice. All right. This is going to be too much fun. Here we go. Eric Hodges, Haji Spice.
Eric Porter, Portable Spice.
Ezra Gallo, Gallon of Spice.
Gary V, Vicious Spice.
Ooh, hey. Gene Hendricks, Vocal Spice.
George Meal, Brother Spice.
Gerald Green. It's a show spice.
Heinz K. Killer Spice.
Django Unfeathered. Boba Spice.
Jason Keene. Weasel's Skull Spice.
Jason Lady. Lady Spice.
Jeff Polier. Jeff Spice.
Jim Jarman. I hope you like the Jarman too. I see you, Jim Jarman. Ha.
La 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 la. Jim McMeal, Joe Spice.
Joe Man Conan. Crom Spice.
Joe Thomas, November Spice.
Half C Spice.
Half C Spice. Half an ounce of spice.
Half an ounce. John Watson. Elementary Spice.
Josh Strickland, Slacker Spice.
Kathy Bright. The MVP Spice.
You skipped yourself, doubling back to Candace Ward. Candy Spice.
Matt and Lizzie Passo. Serpenter Spice. And crossback. Or no, cross country Spice.
Give me one more cross country Spice.
Cross country Spice.
Mark Ross, Kleptrent Spice.
Michael Minton. Mini Spice.
Miranda W. puts up with Delvin's crap spice.
P.D. Devins. I gotta think of P.D. Devins. Delvin's friend Spice.
We'll take it. Rick from Jeff and Rick present possibly a murder spice.
Ronald Easterday. The Risen Spice.
Ooh. Rob Morgan, Captain Spice.
Of course. Scott. Scotty Spice.
He just joined the chat as well.
Yeah.
Hello, Scott. Sean Urbanski. Loyal Spice. Snake
Plissken. He's back, Spice.
I thought he was dead, Spice. Yeah. Oh, I got a great one. Spidey 67. Ronnie the Ghost Spice.
Ooh. Spreadsheets. Calculating Spice.
Mm-hmm. Steve Cronin. Friendly Spice.
Mm-hmm. Steve Martin. Funny Man Spice.
Tim Price. Pod Crashing Spice.
The spice is right.
How do I leave that one on the table, man?
That's a good one. Tony Pennington. Penny for your thoughts, Spice.
Mm. And Toronto Cop. That's the sound of the police, Spice. Oh, boy.
Oh, that was fun.
Gotta edit that. That's my favorite.
That's going to be fun.
Now I'm salty Spice. All right. If we missed anyone on the list, we apologize. Keep in mind we record these episodes well in advance of release, so if you're a recent edition, we'll add you soon. But no worries, you can let us know we missed you by sending an email to contact@longboxcrusade.com. We will get it straightened out. You might be asking yourself, how do I become a Spicy Crusaders Club member? It's simple. Go to patreon.com/longboxcrusade. For as little as $1 a month, you can spice up your life and join the amazing world of the Crusaders Club. Come and check it out. And we will get into a little bit of feedback from our last episode, which was the Visionaries episode. We had some folks do some comments for us, which we always appreciate. And you can, of course, leave comments, and we'll tell you about that in a minute. But, here's a reminder. If you dial 707-532-5269 on your phone, you can leave us a voicemail, and you can tell us what you think of Spice World. or you can tell us if you were the person that suggested Spice World, because I could never remember to write down the person who suggested it. But talk about Visionaries or anything we've covered in the past. You can leave it that voicemail line. It's good for all LONGBOX Crusade shows. So just tell us what show you want to talk about, leave us a message, and we'll play it. Anyway, let's get to the comments about Visionaries. Pat, who commented about Visionaries?
Well, I'll take one from Forgotten TV. And they say, heard your promo on at Q 106.5 radio. And he's got a max headroom. Woo.
That's right. He's Forgotten TV is one of our Q1065 buddies. He has a promo over there as well. That was cool. Coffee and Comics posted just a GIF from Visionaries. So awesome. Thank you, Clinton. Basement Spice.
I'll take your next one from Aaron Head Moss. And he says, we just spoke with Flint Dilley, the creator of Visionaries. What a great guy. And Aaron had him on his G.I. Joe podcast a little while ago before this one comes out. So,
yeah, you know what? I'm recently back from Joe Lanta. And guess who was there? Flint Dilley.
Flint Dilley? Dilley Spice?
And man, I podcasted with him on that Aaron episode, but what you don't understand when you podcast with someone is how tall they are. I'm like 6'3". Flint Dilley's taller than I am.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a tall guy. And you know what? I told him this, and I just want to tell the listening audience this. Flint Dilley, again, he's an original writer on G.I. Joe cartoons, one of the original creators of Visionaries. An amazingly great guy. He's a Posi-Cast guy. Like,
awesome.
He has such energy about the fond memories of working in this industry, in the cartoon industry of the 80s. He is wonderful. So shout out to Flint Dilley. And you know who else we shout out to? Matt Passo, Cajun Spice. He said, I've got the 6 issues talking about Visionaries. Took a while to track them down. The IDW version was a crossover with Transformers.
Ooh.
And he also said to me, because I couldn't remember the specific name of this toy line, I called it Sky Raiders. And he was like, are you talking about Air Raiders or Sky Commanders? I don't recall Sky Raiders. And what I thought is he's being disrespectful. So I'm not putting up with his crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he was right. I was conflating two things. And I wish I'd written my answer to this because my brain still won't let me. I think I meant Sky Commanders, the ones that had the ropes and strings.
Ropes, and then they went
and strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Air Raiders do seem like there was something, but
that was a different line. I think through that conversation, he ended up posting pictures of both of them because he's got everything that's awesome, which I also take as disrespect, by the way. By the way, Scott in our live chat right now, he says he's in the midst of grading a grading marathon because he's a teacher. Saw that we were live. Hashtag procrastination spice. I love it.
You go.
All right, who else do we hear from?
Well, we heard again from Clinton Robinson in a Basement Spice, and he says, Visionaries, Knights of the Magical Light Visionaries. With magical power, they fight. He's quoting the theme
song is what I'm guessing. And Matt Passo in the live chat says, yeah, Sky Commanders with the strings. That's Air Raiders were the dudes with air-powered vehicles. I don't remember them as much. I like Sky Commanders. I thought Sky Commanders were cool. All right, back to the comments from the Visionaries episode. Philip Isaacs, he said, what a wicked game to play. No.
Yeah.
That was Chris Isaac.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He said, it was a great series, smiley face. Very positive about Visionaries.
I'll take a next one from David Martell, and he says, loved that series. So a lot of love for the Visionary series.
Yeah. Dave's a guy who podcasts over with Aaron on the Joe Show.
All right.
Dude from Canada, very likable guy. Yeah, like Dave. All right, and our last one was a comment over on the YouTube from our old buddy Steve Martin, Wild and Crazy Guy Spice. He said, I remember this line. It came out when I was in toy line limbo. For me, He-Man was almost done, and I was scarcely collecting Joes as it was due to availability. So I was looking for something to fill the void. This line, Visionaries, Rambo and Sectars were trying, but when Turtles hit, the party was officially over for those guys. Thank you for reminding me of this line. Thank you for that insightful comment, Steve. He does really kind of hit the zeitgeist of toy collecting at the time. It really went from basically He-Man to Joe to Turtles were like the big hits.
The big hits.
And in between those, is where you find things like Rambo and I like Sectars, by the way.
Yeah. I had Rambo. I had some Rambo toys.
Oh, I'm jealous. I had a buddy of mine, like a neighbor kid. I would play with his Rambo toys. I went to a toy shop down in Orange Beach last spring, vintage toy shop, and they had found someone somewhere that bought their collect. Dude, they had everything.
Oh,
I mean, all the vehicles, all the figures. They had a huge glass display. It was one of the coolest things.
I had like I remember I had the trike.
Yeah, the trike.
The little trike. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. We've never officially found this out, but our longstanding theory is that because of the Rambo line is why remember Rocky Balboa was supposed to be a Joe.
Sure. Yep.
And then, I mean, they did a write-up for him and everything, and then he just disappeared out of that. And we suspect it's because of the Rambo toy line. They didn't want Sylvester Stallone into toy. Anyways, Visionaries were cool. Back to the show, Pat.
All right. Well, thank you all for those comments. We do appreciate it. And look, you got some extra content out of it, us reminiscing about some stuff. And we really like to have this great positive conversation between you and us and just building this community of people that just like to talk and have reminisce about their childhood and memories. We do appreciate it. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode of Pop Culture Posi-Cast. But before we go, I just want to say this. Then let us enjoy this triumph while we can, before the hounds of catastrophe break free of their shackles and slobber chaos all over our faces once again. If you liked what you hear and want more from us in the realm of comic books, action films, vintage TV movies, serials, and so much more, go ahead and check out the entire LONGBOX CRUSADE Network. Jazzy Jarrod, Spicy Jazzy Jarrod. Where can that be found?
Unclear, Pat. Unclear. Back to you.
What?
No, I got it, Pat. I got it. You can find Longbox stuff on all podcatchers. You can go to our website, which is longboxcrusade.com. On X, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, and YouTube. We are at Longbox Crusade on all of those things. And as I told you before, you can leave us a voicemail at 707-532-5269. That's 707-532-LBOX.
Spice up your world.
Spice up the phone. And you know what? I know this episode's winding down. If you need something to listen to while you wait for the next Longbox Crusade podcast, go to the aforementioned Q106.5. That's Q1065 with no decimal.com, or get the Q106.5 app. And try it.
I'm listening, Jared. Are you listening?
I'm listening, and they do like to play Spice Up Your Life on that. I've heard that song a couple times in rotation. Good one. So, here's their promo. All right, back to you, Peppy Pet. Oh, wait, I forgot I can play it for the audience. Why not? I forgot I had it right here. I don't have to put it in a post. Let's listen to their promo together.
For the legendary Q106.5 in your car, on your smart speaker, on your phone. Browse to Q1065.com. 80s, 90s. This is a radio station with a vibe. Download our app or listen online. Search at Q1065 Radio on social media. The Q is your favorite radio station. Discover Q106.5 and hear the 80s and 90s hits on the radio station with personality. Q106.5.
I love it. I love it. Back to you, Pat. Hey, Auburn Elvis made it to the chat.
Yay! He did it.
Thank you very much, Spice.
Peanut butter and bacon spice.
Fried peanut butter and banana sandwich spice.
All right, here we go. Oh, where am I? Okay.
Who cares? Goodbye, everyone. It's the end of the show.
If you'd like to chat with us online, we can be found at Jared. Where can you be found?
I am at Yard Sale Artist X, Facebook, Instagram is all at Yard Sale Artists. Come chat with me and spice up your life. Pat, where can they find you?
Well, Jared, I'm glad you asked. You can find me on the X at Christatos01. Thank you all for joining us on this episode of Pop Culture Posi-Cast. We look forward to chatting again with you soon. And remember, as the old Native American tale tells us, we each have two wolves that battle inside us. One positive and uplifting, and one negative and burdensome.
Which one wins, Pat?
The one that you feed.
The one with the spice. All right. That is the end of the live recording of our discussion of Spice World. Thank you so much.
I got all those quotes in.
For joining. You got all the quotes. And I like how you cooked that idea up and just stuck with it. Yeah. I want to thank all the 50 plus viewers we have right now. Thank you for saying hello. It's your last chance to say hello in the chat.
Get in. Say hello. Say hello.
In the chat, get entered to win something. Let's see what they're going to win. Let me go into the box.
Get in the chat. On the X. Say something from the X.
What do we got?
Say something from the face.
I just grabbed a handful of comic books. That was the first thing I got. So I don't even know what they are. It's 3 comics. So somebody in the chat is about to win 3 comics. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Matt, Kathy, Doc Strange, Heinz Case, Scott, and Auburn Elvis. Woo-hoo. And Kathy, if you're still in the chat, go ahead and give us the number 1 through 6. And while we're doing that, I will turn off.
Kathy gives her. You ready?
Almost. Let me get to the bigger screen. There we go. What's Kathy got?
Kathy says number 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our buddy Doc Strange, Billy Delicious, is going to win this handful of comics. I just grabbed. It's just 3 comics that were just laying on top. It is going back to the 80s. Enjoy yourself. A little Star Brand. Metallo. That's cool. Okay. All right. And Action Comics. Awesome. So a couple of moderns and a
0 year. Wow.
So those will be going to Doc Strange. Let me get my sticky notes. Where'd my sticky notes go, Pat? Oh, here they are.
I don't know. They're sticking somewhere.
They're sticking somewhere.
Probably sticking to your desk or something.
Very good. Doc Strange won that. And now we will do the club member. I've got that pulled up right here. All right. Club members.
You're ready? I can tell you.
Well, I got to give you the number to.
Okay, they already gave a number.
Because we've lost.
Oh,
but we've gained.
But we gained.
We gained.
Woo!
Welcome to the fold, Comic Foil.
Comic Foil, yay!
Yeah, brand new club member, joined at a pretty high level too. Thank you, at the LBC Warrior level. Thank you, Comic Foil. So yeah, we are at standard 50 then.
All right.
Even though I'm counting someone who hasn't realized that their credit card has expired on the site. I'm giving them some leeway. Not going to name and shame that person, but he's in my phone and I can text him. So I'll hit him up later. I'll leave him in though, because he doesn't know. I'm sure he didn't know that his. You know how that goes. Your card expires and you got to update it at 92 different websites. So we're not going to hold that against him.
Yeah.
All right. Let me click. Did she give a number? I don't have the.
She did. 24, Jared.
24.
24. That's the number of Keither Sutherland.
While I'm doing that, you can answer Scott's question.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put that.
I'm going to find a random spot.
How does Shipwreck not fall off of that shelf above Pat's left? Yeah, it's actually.
Hey, Pat. It's because he's anchored there.
There. Oh, is that the joke?
Yep, there he is. I see Shipwreck.
Yep, there he is. He's fallen a few times, but I have him leaning up against my mask vehicle a little bit to handle him. And I thought it was cool to kind of keep him there. And then, you know what? It goes good with, can you see? Shirtless Dr. Mindbender.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing the same thing.
Auburn Elvis is correct. It took me a while to... I've got the name. Now I'm going to grab the prize.
Jared has to use his toes to count that high.
I did. I really did. dig down into the box here. I'm just going to grab something at random. What's it going to be? Oh, I feel some DVDs. I'm just going to grab them a handful.
Ooh, handful.
Well, that's one of them. Oh, I can't give away this one. I can't give away this one because I'm waiting for Auburn Elvis to win a raffle.
Oh, that one's for everyone.
I can't give this away to anyone but Auburn Elvis.
Maybe he'll get it for Christmas.
I'm waiting on that one. I can't give it away to somebody besides Auburn Elvis. Let me grab a deeper wow. Grab another one. All right, I'm gonna send him a 3-pack of DVDs for Spidey 67, aka Ronnie the Ghost, and he's gonna get Batman Begins, Die Another Day, and Spider-Man.
Ooh, awesome!
Little DVD bundle for Ronnie the Ghost.
Ronnie the Ghost, Spice.
All right. You are special. Auburn Elvis, we did ask about you earlier because we talked about me and Kathy and Van's adventures and Delvin's adventures to Auburn yesterday, and we were like, we never saw Auburn Elvis. So explain yourself in the chat. All right. All right.
Well, it's awesome to have everybody watching us out on the X and the Facebook and the YouTube. We do appreciate it. Just thank you guys so much. Seeing the community, it's awesome. Warms my heart.
It does.
Spices up my heart.
It does spice up my heart. So, thank you guys. Here's what we have coming up on the calendar.
Okay.
And then we'll call it a day. On Tuesday is come out to worst reason for not being there ever. He's doing yard work. Well, sometimes you got to do yard work. You know what? It's better than that game. I'll tell you what. Anyways, on Tuesday we have Come Out to Play, which is usually Delvin and I. Issue 56 of New Warriors. I'm not going to be able to be at that one. I have a ton of medical appointments this week. It's weird how they all fell in the same week. So I actually will be out of town, staying the night in another town for a medical appointment the following morning. But I have recruited my replacement. Talking New Warriors 56 with Delvin on Tuesday night. Dave Battlewagon, come down on them. Pat and Dave, come down on them. Tacos. Collins is going to be here. So
yes,
there you go. So it will officially be Taco Tuesday. You might want to stop by and say hello, Pat, during the recording.
Taco Tuesday with Dave and Delvin. Yep. T-shirts coming soon.
So he will be talking New Warriors on Tuesday. He was like the last of our sort of regular fill-in people that hadn't done the show. Because I think Matt Passo had done it. I think Jason Lady had done it. Basically, every time I need a replacement, one of our sort of our regular step up. Jason Albrecht did one. Did you do one?
You know what, Jared? I haven't done a New Warriors at all yet. Okay. I've never been invited.
Well,
I feel. You know what, Jared? I feel disrespected.
Disrespect.
Yes. No.
You know what?
It's just a hard thing for me to sometimes join.
Scott asked a great question in the chat. Is he going to clink bottles? I haven't even told him that that's part of the responsibility. I'll try to text him today and tell him, hey, you got to clink bottles. Disrespected Spice. This is the greatest show we've ever done. This is awesome. You guys are the best. So that's Tuesday. On Thursday, I will be talking with Matt Passo. Jason and Matt and I will be recording the Halloween special horror film face-off for this year.
Which will be released on the 31st then.
Yeah, Pat always releases it on Halloween Day.
I got it on the schedule, Jared.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
By then.
Good chance I've already made the thumbnail. I don't remember if I had or not. But anyway, we're going to talk about that horror film face-off. You know what? Because I'm feeling nice to the audience, I'm going to let them know what the movies are. I'm going to respect them, and I'm going to tell them what the movies are. And that way they got a couple weeks to watch them before the show comes out. Horror film face-off this year is going to be 1975's Trilogy of Terror versus Matt, you help me out in the chat. 2022's VHS 94. They're both anthology films. They're both made up of three smaller stories.
Oh, okay. Kind of like
that's sort of the theme.
Kind of like the Crypt or like the
Crypt Creep Show, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anthology madness. That's a good way to put it. Matt's better at telling us what to call our shows than we are. So it's VHS 94 and Trilogy of Terror. I've already watched Trilogy of Terror. I will watch VHS 94 sometime between now and Thursday. And then 1 week from today, Alan and I will be doing a James Bond versus Spy movies for our James Bond network, OHMS Pod. And I'm going to be recording a new Indiana Jones next week. I'm down to like the last 4.
Oh, really?
3 or 4.
You're in the 30s? Oh.
And I think, gosh, my bad memory, I'm pretty sure I'm recording with Bill Beer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Bill Beer next Monday.
The Back Pod.
Mm-hmm. And then we got another Bond recording next week on Wednesday. And then Kathy, if you're still in the chat, has us scheduled to talk about Sherlock Holmes on Thursday the 23rd.
Yeah, busy.
Busy, but then it gets lighter. As those of you who've been with us a while know, our schedule really lightens up in November and December because we have a bulk of things we record through the year, especially Crusademas.
Mm-hmm.
And but we'll still be recording some stuff in November. So the next time, let me tell you, the next time you can chat with us on the live. Let me cut to the chase for you folks that like the lives. Tuesday, Delvin and Battle Wagon will be here on Tuesday. That'll be your next live, and then the next live will be the Saturday Matinee Theater in November on the 9th. Oh, I take that back. Black Belt Chris and I will be here on the first Sunday in November.
Oh yeah,
which is actually my birthday, so bring presents.
Okay. Cool.
We're gonna. What movie are we talking?
I can't remember what.
Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Yes,
we're gonna do Stop or My Mom Will Shoot for the Best Under 5. So this Tuesday you can catch us live. After that, no more in October, but in November we'll be on the first Sunday, the second Sunday, the second Tuesday, and oh look, we'll be doing G.I. Joe recordings on November 19th, which will be available to the super secret chat.
Super secret. It's not too late to sign up right now for $1.
Patreon.com.
You can get in on the super secret chat just like this and have as much fun.
Scott dropped a picture at Sicily 1992 joke, which is an Estelle Getty joke from the TV show she did, but she's also in the movie Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Okay.
What was the name of the TV show, Pat? It was an awesome show. Golden Girls.
Ah, cool. Now I might have to watch that.
You guys in the chat are dropping such awesome stuff that we can't end the live stream.
We can keep talking on and on. Maybe we should do just like a big marathon.
Auburn else is a funny theology joke. Oh my goodness.
Picture it.
Matt, I appreciate. I haven't watched it. I do have it. I have VHS 94. I just haven't watched it yet.
He's fancy like that, man.
So I appreciate the offer, but I do have it. I haven't had time to watch it yet. I've been busy going to Auburn football games where some people do yard work and some people go to the game.
Hey, no, watch the disrespectfulness, Jerry.
I'm not being disrespectful. He ultimately made the right choice. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But seriously, Auburn Elvis, you were mentioned and missed because we were doing the book signing. We were like, do you think we're gonna see? I think we used your real name. We won't tell anybody. Do you think we're gonna see him today? And we thought, well, maybe. So I mean, you just hurt ourselves a little bit. You know, we hurt inside a little bit. But I didn't take it as disrespect.
Of course.
All right, for reals, guys, that is it. You guys are awesome. I love chatting with y'all.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for showing up here. You definitely made our day and made it fun. As you could tell, we just had so much fun. It was more positive with them.
Yeah, it was. Like, this was maybe the most energetically positive one we've ever done. I think because people in the chat were helping out and all that. Hey, when you got a French drain, Elvis, you got a French drain. I get it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. So cool. For the next LBC Live, Tuesday, Delvin, Battle Wagon, New Warriors 56.
Be there.
You guys here. Be there. All right, guys, we're going to act froze.
I'm going to